say I'm a fan, I mean it. I'm pretty sure I know more about him than his cat. So obviously, when he drops a song, I need to know it first. इसलिए I follow Spotify's release radar playlist, which keeps me updated all the time. By the way, he used the word violet like 4 times this year. Pakka means something.
Get the latest music from your favorites with Spotify's Release Radar playlist. Explore now.
So, don't.
Hello, welcome to the stream, Karthik. Welcome to the stream, Mithun. For some reason, chat is disabled now for my vertical. पता नहीं अभी मेरे को दिखा रहा है chat is disabled for this live stream. Why? Why? The dogs. Huh? Hello, welcome to the stream, Karthik. Welcome to the stream, Mithun Sen Gupta. आज ही से होगा ना वो प्राइमर जेम्स कलेक्ट करने वाला सीन. Suggestion audio stream currently. एक सेकंड what? तो Will see dad Rosa Sibrio. Welcome to the stream. I don't know what you're saying, buddy. Sorry. Eco हो रहा था, पता है मेरे को, पता है. Welcome to the stream, everyone. Thanks for joining the stream. If you are comfortable with joining a horizontal stream. Priyanshu. नहीं. पानी बस पिएंगे. Thanks for joining, Priyanshu. Everyone who's joining right now, make sure to like and share if you enjoy the stream. Also, yeah. Also, I'm doing two streams together. So one is horizontal stream on my channel. मैं हूँ नमन. गिव के लिए नाम बदला था. Oh, नाम बदलू. एक सेकंड में तो चार्ज हो गया.
I just wish everyone could stay safe and healthy.
May fortune find. एक मिला. और ये ब्रश मिलेगा. ये वे जीते कि नहीं. Okay. Dealer of bath waters. Return to the dorm. हाँ रिटर्न
Quick as a flash. Keep pushing.
कल एक स्ट्रीम पे गिव अवे हो रहा था 5 लोग थे बस उनमें भी नहीं जीता बताओ कोई बात नहीं भाई मेरा तो किस्मत है कोई बात नहीं
Controlled breathing.
कलम्बिना वेपन निकल गया ओह नाइस
Wait a sec. Oh, today's our big day.
of guilty मेल भी चेक करते रहना मेरे को मेल पे भी आएंगे प्राइमर जेम्स ऐसा मैंने कल पढ़ा था
Quick as a flash.
गेम थोड़ा लैग हो रहा है ना आज मेरी आईडी सेल करनी है कुछ आइडिया हाँ कार्तिक को बहुत आइडिया
Please sign.
It's been so long since we've been to the surface. Let's. Huh?
What's happening? I'm fine, thanks.
Let's go ask the Duke.
Faster, stronger.
सर्वर है कुछ अलग से स्क्वाड में
Your Grace.
Ah, good to see you two. Is there something you wish to see me about?
Yeah. What was with the earthquake just now?
Ah, that. The tremor didn't originate from the seafloor. In fact, it seems it came from the surf. Over the years of serving as the warden here, I have developed a sense for distinguishing between what occurs on the surface and what occurs.
So the.
If you recall our.
Huh.
But PayPal में
I
होगी
believe
पेमेंट
today is this
है क्या
month's.
PayPal
Wait. Seriously?
वाह प्रिया
Aha.
अमन इज रेडी भाई
It's you two. Are you leaving now? That's right. Today is our last day in prison. But now that. Oh yeah. Then be.
If you've signed the release papers, then you're free to go.
You're not going to see.
I knew.
Well, you.
Ah, so.
After being down here for so long, I imagine you must feel like you're lacking companionship. Shall I come along too? Yeah,
I hope you won't be here as convicts the next time I see.
we'll do our best to stay out of trouble. Well, it seems our work in the Fortress of Mir. We should probably. You're going to see Monsieur Nervillette?
I'm sure just you. You're right.
अरे फीमेल ट्रैवलर है तो ज़्यादा रेट मिलेगा ओह
The Palais Mermonia sure is buzzing with activity today.
Halt!
Huh? Oh, it's you two.
Excuse me. Would you mind helping me take a look at this report?
I'll be right there. Sorry, I've got my hand. Everyone's so busy. Seems a lot has been happening.
Whoa. Plus. Rosa. Sosa. Ribeiro. My bad.
Hello. You've come at the right time, but you'll have to wait for just a moment, as there are some urgent matters I must tend to first. In the meantime, please, have a seat. If you'd like to have something to drink, let the Melusine outside know.
That's all right. We just ate.
Very well, then.
Let's take a break over there while we wait for him to finish his...
तुम लोग बहुत पैसा कमाने के चक्कर में भाई.
All right. That should wrap things up for now.
Are you done with your work?
मैं कोई challenges करने का
Yes,
सोच रहा हूँ.
sorry to keep you waiting.
तुम लोगों के पास कोई idea है?
Today should be
Genshin
the
से related challenges
And we
जो
came
किसी
here
ने
to
ना
see
किया
you
हो
right away.
और करना बहुत hard हो. I will try to do that
A
challenge one day.
massive whale.
Do you have any
Judging from your whale of that,
immersed in primordial seawater?
most people wouldn't be capable of entering in the first. Yes. What is it?
Ah, right. We asked the Duke and he said it wasn't from underwater, so we figured you...
It turns out that I have just received the source of the.
The water levels rose?
Fortunately, if the change in water levels is connected with the leaking primordial seawater, then the situation in Poisson may be much worse than it appears.
Navia should be in Poisson, right? We need to go check on...
I would also like to go there as soon as possible, but I'm afraid I can't leave just yet.
Last
We
act
must
and the
immediately formulate
backstab.
disaster prevention plans. I'll have to ask you two to go to Poisson first.
There's no time to lose. Let's get going.
Please be careful.
मैं कुछ challenges सोच रहा हूँ. तुम लोग के पास कोई idea तो बताओ. देखो.
Oh no. What happened here? Navia should be around here.
Last act. The backstab. Cactus build करो उसके बाद सोचेंगे challenges. हो गया.
Keep pushing. We haven't seen a single soul all the way here.
What will I ever do now?
Look, there's someone...
Just stay put. We're coming up. Watch your balance.
एक challenge है. क्या है? क्या है वो challenge? This is other
He looks pretty sad.
My leg.
disaster
How could
victim.
this...
Just hang in there.
Mondstadt से नेटलैंड का पैदल चलिए जाओ. Oh, okay. Yeah, I'll do that. मैं एक वीडियो बनाऊंगा. By road, no teleport. Okay. मैं वीडियो बनाऊंगा एक इस पे. Hey.
Oh, it's Navia. She's over there. Hey, Navia, are you okay?
You're here.
We heard there was a...
Yes.
Demoiselle, there was a wounded resident next to a building southeast of here. We've already transported him to...
He's wounded?
He fell, so it's...
He jumped down then. Find the leader of Squad 1 and tell him to take the wounded resident to see it.
Understood.
All right. I'm sorry. Right. A little earlier, we said the rushing water seemed a little odd. Everyone on the street who happened to be close to the water didn't have a chance to escape. those who realized what was happening started. The Spina di Rosula initiated rescue operations as quickly as possible. But the water that flooded the area contained primordial seawater. So the lower levels of Poisson are still hazardous. No one knows if this could happen again.
How awful.
It was quite frightening indeed.
Is there any way we can help, Navia?
Thank you.
Don't say that, Navia. That's what friends are for.
Demoiselle, we've got a situation here.
Sorry. I need to go for now.
And Ashika.
Okay. The wound, of course, traveler.
Huh? Right now?
Thank you.
Go to cemetery. bahar है cemetery ना, right? bahar.
Quick as a flash.
अरे कहाँ से जाऊँ? ओह वहाँ से जगह था लेकिन पता नहीं मेरे को नहीं मिला. अरे ओके तो cemetery नीचे है, मतलब पानी के पास. एक सेकंड, गलत जा रहा हूँ. Namha, welcome to the stream. Namha, Namhe, Namha. How should I pronounce it? Welcome to the stream. Hazel, I guess. No, Hazel.
Not a lot of people here, huh?
Well, given the time of day.
Right. That.
Navia?
रोते रहती है भाई ये.
Navia, what's...
Sorry.
बहुत रोती है. रोंदड़ू.
I just... Maloose and Silver.
Huh? What happened to them?
Make sure to like the stream and subscribe to the channel. Lots of love. Thank you so much.
Everyone agreed on the rescue plan. They were helping, and I've known I could at least hold a funeral for my father. And I know where he rests. But as for Maloose and Silver...
Everything looks so clean after it rains. Even the gravestones. I didn't expect...
I can understand.
See, it's not...
how yet this...
Buying yourself.
We have proper wife material.
But when I do, I hope you'll let me be buried beside Master Cal.
Hey!
I'm quite...
That makes sense.
After all, besides you, demoiselle. The two of us...
Personally?
Why are you bringing this up all of a sudden? Seriously. But I'd really prefer not to talk about this stuff. And what do you mean by saving me a trip? I'd promised. I'm sorry for letting
सुंदर
you
भी
see
है,
me in a
इंटेलिजेंट भी है,
I had always thought I could make
बताओ।
Malusins. I'm so...
You can spend as much
Emotional
time
भी
as you
है।
need here, Navia.
By the way, you can have a look at this.
Oh, Ben, so...
It's okay. The
कार्तिक के
overall
प्रेफरेंसेस
outcome
पता चल रहा
indicates
है।
that the cost...
Right. Malusins...
You're right. What you said
आंटी को
just...
बोलना,
Oh.
Seems you've become more
I
eloquent
need a
in the
wife
time
like-
since we last met.
ये क्यों आ गई?
Yes, as for these,
Thank you.
Wait.
we just met.
Thanings to the name.
Mutual aid is essential to fostering positive developments. We were already
आंटी को
near,
बताना
in
मेरे
any
को
case, so it
नाविया
wasn't-
जैसी
that said,
दीदी चाहिए।
My subordinate.
this is nothing, as I've told, lending you.
Without your help,
Furthermore, I sincerely regret what happened.
The
to
name
Malusin.
क्यों नाम है इसका?
don't say that.
Arle Chino क्यों नहीं है?
I've never let...
You're right. Water is,
So, you're one...
of course. By
Why?
the way, traveler, Paimon, one more thing.
कोड नेम है
Alright, then
अच्छा।
That is a clever and traveler. You and I both know that there may be issues with the primordial sea. Previously, indeed, during some judging by my people,
So,
I wanted to. Linny told, which is why I want to give you this task.
Are you sure this will be okay? Can you trust an outsider like
The
me?
House of the Hearth's members see each other as family. But Linny, Lynette, and Fremine said that they also see you. I'm sure you.
Oh.
The intel.
Got it. So,
excuse me.
कोड
but
नेम।
May I tag...
You wish to join, Miss?
but... Are you sure you're up to explore...
Well, there's no point besides.
Since you put it that way, I have no. All right.
Okay.
थोड़ा हाइड्रो। वो भाई साहब वो कहाँ है? उस पे है वो डायरेक्टली। मेरे को यहाँ से जाना होगा। हेलो रोहित भैया, ये क्या करेगा? Will it do something? इधर से वो लेना है मेरे को भाई। ऐसी सी जगहों पे जाना इट्स हार्ड। मैं उठा ही लूँगा, ज़्यादा बेस्ट। फ़ोन वालों को कितना दिक्कत होता होगा इन सब जगहों पे चलने में। पीसी वाले आराम से अपना प्रिसीजन से चल रहा है। ओ नहीं, यहाँ पे आके गिरता मैं अगर। बच गया। ये तो दूर है, यहाँ से चलता है। तू कब फ्री होगा? 8 बजे, 8 बजे तक शायद। हाँ नहीं, 8 बजे भी नहीं। नीचे पार्टी में जा रहा है, एक बच्चे के पार्टी में, तो थोड़ा लेट हो सकता है।
Quick as a flash.
आज भी नहीं होगा। मतलब कुछ चीज़ें चेंज करनी है वो, आई गेस। हमको लगता है मैं अभी ही फ्री हूँ, अब तो फिर दिक्कत है। अरे मैं गलत जगह आ गया, शिट। अरे बात करते करते इधर चलता है। लेट नाइट कर सकते हैं, लेट नाइट देखते हैं। लेट नाइट थोड़ा दिक्कत है, लेकिन ठीक है, मैं ट्राई करूँगा। पोस्ट 12 हाँ, ये क्या है भाई? ये कौन सी जगह है? रॉजर एयरक्राफ्ट है। क्या करना है बताना मेरे को, मैं जा रहा हूँ। मतलब आप थोड़ा मतलब ऑनलाइन देख के कर लो अगर हो सकता है तो। मैंने आपको एसेट्स भेज दिए, आपको बस वो लगाने हैं। अरे वो OBS का प्लगइन करना है, मतलब प्लगइन बोल रहा हूँ मैं, OBS का सेटअप और ओवरले वगैरह करना है। ओके देखता हूँ। हाँ मतलब वो इजी है, वो ऑनलाइन देखोगे हो जाएगा। आपको मैंने एसेट भेज दिया, उसमें वो आपको अपना ग्राफिक अपलोड करना है और काम खत्म। ये अयुदार यूट्यूब पे मिल जाएगा। हाँ वही लाइक, बट मैं वही है कि लाइक मैं कर रहा था इनका, तो इस लाइक कि देखो अगर होता है तो कर दो। मतलब मैं एक्चुअली कल काफ़ी बिजी था और आज भी थोड़ा बिजी हूँ,
So, are these the ruins the knave was talking
दिक्कत हो
about?
जाता है।
Whoa, talk about old.
They seem to be pretty ancient.
Let's go in and have.
Just be careful.
Ace of Secrets। कल तो फ्री हो? कल, हाँ कल फ्री हो। हेलो बिग फैंदर सागर, सागर पटेल, वेलकम टू स्ट्रीम। क्या है ये? एक सेकेंड, एक चीज़ मैंने कल नोटिस किया था। मैं कल अपना ही पार्टी देख रहा था, नहीं फ्रेंड्स नहीं, पार्टी ही देख रहा था, पार्टी भी नहीं। कल मैं भी हूँ आफ्टरनून। हाँ तो कल भी कर सकता। क्या, हाँ वेपन्स में ये दे दे, नहीं लेकिन ये तो 3 स्टार है। पता नहीं क्या देख रहा था। ऑटोग्राफ दे दो सर, ऑटोग्राफ। वो आ जाओगे तो दे दूंगा भाई ऑटोग्राफ।
Want me to join?
The OG team, let's go. The OG. डिजिटल ऑटोग्राफ, हाँ ठीक है भेज दूंगा, PDF में भेज दूंगा। तो हेलो, क्या हाल है?
I hear everything. Leave it to me. Okay. New life.
Swift as the swallow.
प्रेम करके रखूंगा। ओ डैम, तुम्हें लगता है कि बाद में इसका वैल्यू बढ़ेगा?
Floor here isn't safe.
आई नो दैट।
Butterfly.
One with the force. Devouring claw.
ओह कैसे हो भैया? हाँ बढ़िया।
This place has also been contaminated by primordial seawater.
Yeah. And a lot of it, too. A Fontanian would most likely dissolve the moment they fell in.
Right. You can't go down if there's primordial seawater. It's too dangerous and it won't. Don't get by my wrong.
No, you're right. I can't do anything in this situation. I'll leave this to you. That complicates things.
यहाँ से वहाँ कैसे जाएगी? वही तो।
In that case,
The water level. I'll go together with you. Perhaps we'll find the exit just.
all right.
अब पानी में गिरेंगे, मजा आएगा। मार लेके डूब गए हम। मार ले क्या?
No, it's a dead end. Let's try climbing over from the side.
यहाँ पे कौन कैबेज और वीट छोड़ के गया है भाई? छोड़ के गया है क्या? क्यों छोड़ के गया है? देख पता नहीं कितना सब्जी महंगा हो गया है अभी। सब छोड़ के ले जाने वाली सब चीजें हैं, क्या बात करते हो ना? ये ओ फोटो खींचने के लिए लंबा हो गया।
There's something wrong with this bridge. Run for it.
बच गया। नाइस वन। ओ नाइस। नाविया ट्रैवलर। शिट, किसी के काम आ जाए इसीलिए। ओ मेरे काम आ गया लेकिन गई भाई, डूब गई। बच गई।
Demoiselle.
हाँ? नहीं।
Demoiselle, what are you doing here by yourself? Would you be standing here till dark if I hadn't come?
Maybe she just wants some.
Oh.
Yes,
That's quite
Oh. This is a.
Is something the matter?
Oh, and I was just trying.
Do you remember?
We were headed.
Oh, Miss Navia. Ah, Mr. Malus. And Mr. Silver, too.
How have you?
I've been great. They were knocking at my door.
Sometimes.
Oh, yes, Miss Navia. These are some flower seeds that I prepared. Please take them.
हाँ लेवलेट बचाएगा।
Why, we can have.
और
as many
कौन ही है
bosses
जो
you'd like,
प्राइमोर्डियल
Perfect.
टी
In
वाटर
that
को?
case, we'll swap out some of the decorative plants.
Very well.
Wait. Excuse me, madam.
That's right.
No, it's not. And why are there so few people around here?
We must mind the time.
Huh? We do.
Well, now.
Miss Navia, here you are. My trial.
Yes, she's right, Demoiselle. It's just about.
Oh.
पानी में डूब गई।
Look, it's Navia. She's here.
And her two attendants are with her. Goodness. Everyone's finally here.
Not everyone.
There sure are a lot of people here to see the trial. And they all seem to be Karina, Desiree, Joyville, Jolien, Essen. And as for the judge... huh?
Please sit in the.
All right. But are you sure you can stand behind me?
Typically, it wouldn't.
Hey, what kind of place do they think this is?
Come on. Do they have...
Enough!
My dear Miss as all here know, you, after you took not only you... yes, we are one, therefore...
Huh?
नव्या के चले?
I know all these people. Why are they laughing?
I seem to remember now. Yes.
Wait just a moment. This isn't right!
Malus?
What was that, Mr. Malus? Our conclusion is very clear.
ये दोनों समझ गया भाई। कैफी भैया वीसी आओगे, एक बात करनी थी अर्जेंट। अभी तो नहीं आ
Stay
पाऊंगा।
here, Navia. You're one of us.
तुम मेरे सर्वर पे आ जाओ, मैं उधर ही बैठूंगा।
Demoiselle, don't admit guilt. This trial means to keep you here forever.
नहीं आ पाऊंगा।
I wish to exercise my right to defend Our Lady. Mr. Zronville, you only know of Navia's.
She was born of.
Her actions, please do not mistake.
Really? As an individual, you say? Don't forget, we are all Fontanians here. Even if Miss Navia only everything is... Now I speak for everyone. Our opinion is consistent. Navia should stay.
And you would call this justice? Preposterous. You are merely jealous that Demoiselle still has a chance to exist as an individual. Have you forgotten how much you all once longed to become individuals, to become independent?
Do you mean to defy our justice?
If your justice is flawed, then why should we acknowledge it?
भाई ये
As
दोनों
you said,
अच्छा चंगो
we
मंगू है
can
भाई।
also have our own justice. And that is how we will enforce
भाई ये दोनों
justice.
क्या भाई?
My head.
Demoiselle.
Silver, it hurts. I remember now. Everything that seemed Karina, Desiree, Joyville, Jolien, Essen, and Mr. Giverny and Mrs. Burnett, who we met earlier. Even Malus and Silver. I don't want to admit it, but they're all dead.
Can't see YTVC.
Don't be afraid. And don't admit guilt.
Can't you
We
see?
will protect you to the very
Wait
end.
to be dragged को भी
Absurd!
देखो.
Who are you to say that she cannot be judged? We are the majority, and in the nation of trials, the majority is absolute justice. We are the will of all. Don't let them escape! We shall keep Navia here with us!
Mr. Malus and Mr. Silver, must you be so stubborn? How could
अब
the
दिख
two
रहा
of
है?
you possibly hope to stand against the collective? Do not resist. This judgment is fair and just.
Chill zone में हूँ मैं.
Navia
Drag कर दो क्या?
belongs to us. After all that happened, she should not be left alone in Poisson.
What are you saying?
No more excuses!
He says we're jealous. Jealous? How could she possibly be an independent individual?
What's with these people?
Who's jealous of her?
She belongs to us.
Miss...
Silence.
Oh, आ गया ये.
That's...
Monsieur Neuvillette!
Such commotion is prohibited in the court. The accusations you just presented are nonsense and cannot constitute a proper trial. The court will adjourn for the rest of the day. In this, I shall hear no objections from any unauthorized party.
Our thanks, Monsieur Neuvillette.
Please leave with me, Miss Navia, while there is still time.
But...
Go on now, demoiselle. This is your
Hello.
only chance to leave this
Uh-huh.
place. What?
Malus.
मेरी आवाज स्ट्रीम पे जा रही क्या?
हाँ
My
जाएगी जाएगी.
apologies. I couldn't resist making one little joke once I realized that.
अरे
Malus.
मेरे को कुछ और
Silver.
बात करनी थी.
ठीक है तो
Quickly,
वो
you
करो
must
ना.
come now.
हाँ मतलब मैसेज कर दो.
Goodbye, demoiselle.
हाँ मैं वीसी चैट में मैसेज कर.
होगा.
No, wait! Just a second!
Navia?
You're awake. Good.
I must have been dreaming. Malus and Silver were still alive, and they were...
Looks like you're all right.
Did all this happen?
The ruins you were exploring suffered a cave-in. When I arrived, I found you falling toward the water. You were just about to be dissolved within, but I think I saw two Oceanids protecting you. It was only for a moment, perhaps even a fraction of a second, but they gave me the chance to retrieve you. Were it not for their intervention, I would not have been able to rescue you before your consciousness dissipated.
Wait, did you say Oceanids? You mean like...
Perhaps those two...
I always told them that...
Please come with me.
Neuvillette, are you okay?
Oh, I am quite all right. Perhaps there's something we could chat about?
Why do you look so stiff all of a sudden?
मैंने आपको
Oh,
पर्सनल चैट
Paimon knows. You're the type that feels awkward when there's nothing to talk about, right?
I merely thought that we should give Navia some time to herself.
उतना सिर्फ वहाँ
Why
पे.
didn't you just say so then? Don't you think it's even more awkward to call us over like this and then have nothing to talk about?
I suppose... Ah, siege...
No way!
I see.
Oh, and...
Thank you.
He still doesn't know what to talk about. So, Neuvillette...
Yes, of course. Yes, in fact, amid my astonishment...
Yeah, we originally planned to meet up with you, but we thought you might still be busy with all those official documents. We didn't think exploring the ruins would take very long, and who would have thought you'd wrap things up so quickly?
I'm sorry to have kept you all waiting like that. I'm feeling much better now. I guess we should get going again. Will you come with us, Monsieur Neuvillette?
Yes, if you wouldn't mind my company.
Right! Another one joins the party! Let's get going then!
मैंने बोला उनको कि if you could contact me when I'm available.
Time to say hello. Can't see?
Okay.
Let's nip that in the bud.
Just wait कर रहा हूँ क्या है.
ये भाई केव क्या, ये क्या सिस्टम है? कुछ भी अलग दुनिया बनाते रहे लोग. पॉकेट डायमेंशन. अरे गो
Watch your step!
भाई ये बात तो सही है भाई. ये क्या मजाक है? सही में लंबा आदमी जल्दी दौड़ता है.
ठीक है, अब मैं ना 10-15 मिनट में आता हूँ. ये
ओके
स्ट्रीम चालू छोड़ दे रहा हूँ.
ओके ओके ओके.
Watch out! There are rocks falling over here!
Be free. I'll uproot you.
तो फिर ये भी गिरेगा. ये क्या मजाक है?
We're almost at the top. Keep it up!
लॉर्ड ओरोन की जय हो. अरे ये आ गए.
Element for the. Let's nip that in the bud. Farewell. Tell me what you see.
It'll be gone.
Leave it to me. Decay. New life.
Easy. ऊपर क्या है ये? What is that? हर एक गुफा के अंदर एक पॉकेट डायमेंशन है भाई साहब. That is just too much.
Looks like we've reached the end.
This is the place. There should not be any other hidden spaces.
The path sure had some twists and turns, but it turns out that this place isn't actually that big.
Hello, Black. Welcome to the stream.
Stone slates. It seems like...
Perhaps we should just leave them be.
There are 4 locations decorations in total, but only 3 stone slates. The slate that should be in the first empty spot.
The surrounding walls also show signs of damage.
There's something written below. Let Paimon see. RYZEN.
It feels like someone left these slates and these words here for a purpose.
That would fit the circumstances dictated by the prophecy, yes. Indeed, the slate's contents correspond to it.
There's a person kneeling here. She seems so dedicated.
And is that Lady Farina in the third image? Did the Hydro Archon fall into the water?
And is that a ring of
Hello
people
sir,
around
what type
here?
of games you play, like
Paimon
RPG,
doesn't quite get
Battleground,
it.
or
Are they
ONC,
all of them?
Genshin Impact? I play all sorts of games. FPS,
I know this
RPG,
This exactly
Battleground.
matches the content
Currently
of the
I'm
prophecy.
more into Genshin Impact because I'm completing the story of Genshin
People will
Impact.
all be dissolved into
After
the
that
waters.
I'll switch to another game. And I have some plans. Oh, nice.
More information should be hidden in these slates, but I fear I cannot easily uncover.
Don't blame yourself, Miss.
Ooh, the Paimon's getting the chills. Just look. This says that it's the history of the future, right?
I really.
Still.
That's right. If the images are in chronological order, shouldn't the fourth, the waters drowning Fontaine, come before the third? Or the.
And yet the order is reversed here.
If we go by timing, Lady Farina only emerges in the third image. That means that the person in the second image might be the previous Hydro Archon.
Egeria, then. I had never met her, but her appearance here does match the record. The previous Archon kneeling before the floating island in the skies, as if confessing a sin.
Did she herself commit that sin? And if not, also, I'm still wondering why these ancient stone
Yo,
slates
Rock,
are here
welcome
at
to
all.
the stream.
Judging from
In
their
Genshin Impact.
contents,
What's your AR level?
this
My
may
level is.
be the
No, hello sir.
origin
Chat
of the
mesh. No, I was like, I'm actually focused in story. My AR level is 45 right now. अभी मैं उस लिमिट को ऊपर नहीं जा रहा. Like अभी मैं स्टोरी पे फोकस
Seems
कर
that
रहा हूँ.
any further clues will have to come.
In that case, there's.
Yeah, we better get somewhere safe for now.
Nice. Mine is 30 when I left. Oh.
Let's split up here. I'm going to check on what's happening with the Spina. You know how it is. There's some things you just need to be there for yourself.
You still have energy for that, Navi?
Just head back to the Fleuve Cendre and have a rest then. Thanks.
I'll depart as well. Thanks for your hard work today. Traveler, I will go talk to Farina tomorrow morning to ask about this. I'm sure that you're concerned about this matter as well. If you have time, drop by my office. I will share.
Are you really gonna talk to her about this?
She has long been harboring secrets and will not give them up easily.
All right, we'll leave it in your hands.
I will be carefully considering my words tonight.
Traveler, Paimon, our safe house at the Fleuve Cendre. All right.
Because
I'll be on my way then.
because my mobile generated heat when I play. Oh. Yeah, it's a very graphic demanding game for mobiles.
We're finally back.
Welcome back. We've got a.
Yay! And there's good food. Paimon's already starting to.
Oh, that voice. Is that?
Huh?
It's you two.
मोना ये कहाँ से आ गई अचानक से. What graphic card do you use? I have currently 3060. You can type exclamation specs to get my specs.
Seriously?
Still.
Well, I have. Why did you? Well, I used to have my. There was nothing. Nope. Although it is.
Wow.
I reckon so.
In any case, I'd give my disciple a name like this as well. Astromancer, but...
Whoa, that's a long one.
My
Upgraded my
name
PC
means
last month. Ah, that must be very good, bhai.
Talk about it.
Magistus is thus the calling card of our school, so just...
That sounds terrible. But anyway, you're not Fontanian, are you, Mona?
Well, I was born. There's something ominous about it. Well, the water, I mean. That was the main reason, yes. The invitation was sent quite...
What do you mean?
What I can tell you, I'm afraid that... But on the flip side...
A visionary?
Of course. The old hag could do it. And I'd bet there are others amongst those Hexens.
I was wondering if my PC can handle large games now. Can you tell me? Can you tell me your specs? I can tell you definitely. Could you help me get in touch with your master?
Thanks, Mona.
Oh,
that's the great
indeed.
Oh, sorry. I came to see what all the commotion was about.
Commotion?
Oh, whoops. Guess we were getting a little too carried away there. Well, I'll go tend to my own business now.
And there she goes, quick as rushing water. And here we are with the Spina guy giving us suspicious looks.
When we were... Well, we were...
Right, but we were able to recruit Mona's... Good morning. To be honest, I'm still feeling... But it's time to get up. So...
Intel i7 14 Gen 32GB DDR5 RAM RTX 5070 motherboard नाम भूल गया 4 TB बहुत अच्छा है. It is very good भाई. Like it's very decent. Like you can play latest AAA titles very easily. Very easily भाई. That is nice.
You're here! Monsieur Neurvalette and Lady...
Like I said, I've already explained everything!
And yet the problem has not been properly solved. It is not my... Look at this!
You mean...
We did not arrive in time to avert...
अभी तक इंस्टॉल नहीं
I
किया
will
था
say
game.
this once
हाँ,
more.
हाँ, सर.
You must tell me everything you know.
ये बताने के लिए.
Yesterday, I found 3 stone slates in some ancient ruins near Poisson. Do you...
Seriously? You're questioning me like this is a court case now. I don't know anything, but you found them in some ancient ruins?
That's correct. Which is why I came to ask you some questions. There should have been 4 slates, but one of them was missing. The other 3 feature different images that seem to correlate to the prophecy. The second of these slates depicts...
I don't. I've never...
I'll ask you again. Do you really have no information regarding the previous Archon? My deciphering of the slates indicates that the Hydro Archon Egeria once had to confess to, or apologize for, a certain sin. If anyone would know about it, it should be you.
All gods don't have the same secrets, you know. She was herself and I'm me. Is it really so strange that I know nothing? I understand your concerns, but I'm sorry. I just don't have anything to tell you.
Forgive me for saying this now, Lady Farina, but I have long known of your various secret investigations into certain matters. There are several indications that you have been investigating the prophecy on the sly. This is not strange in itself, considering that you are the Hydro Archon. But it is strange that you should also claim to not know any of Egeria's secrets, as well as do nothing following your inquiries. You have never been as superficial as you have presented yourself to be, nor are you a fool.
Like, yes, सर जी PS5 का
your
games PC
behavior
में
is
transfer
very
कर
inconsistent.
सकते हैं क्या? नहीं, I don't think so.
Well, since you know
You
about my
cannot,
secret,
but I
there's
guess
no
you can
point
make it a
questioning
Windows
or
PC.
suspecting me. You're
and
the
then
unit.
connect.
Just trust in me. You're Archon and do as I say. Never mind whether you can truly convince yourself to or not.
I don't think
It'll
so, yeah.
all
I
turn
think I
out
don't have
fine.
PS5 right now. So
That's all
I don't
have
know.
to say.
But
We do not
as far
discuss-
as I know, I don't think so. Because like पहले consoles के लिए game launch होते हैं, फिर PC के लिए launch होते हैं.
Did Farina not notice us standing by the door? Wonder what's up with her. She was smiling.
I assume you've been outside.
Oh!
She was in a great panic, though I cannot discern the reason. Still, I do not understand. Dialogue is the basis for understanding, so why did she keep refusing to engage? Everyone in her... We may have to...
Oh?
Normally, people will only...
But...
We will need to consider this, if at all possible. This may be cruel to her, but all... But who...
KUW.
Well, that's everyone. Speaking of which, it was pretty smart of you to think of hiding here.
Poisson was just involved in...
And here you are, drinking...
That's what family...
It's nice to enjoy tea here, you know? Care for...
Lend me your ears, everyone. Or perhaps one of you might like to start us off. How about...
Me?
Then, how about you?
I fear that I will cause the mood on this boat to become as somber as it is in
Well then, I guess we're lucky we've got a local like me to organize things.
That was a little long-winded.
Oh, you might be right. Anyway, to cut as for what that is, well, let's start by saying that we'll be pooling our efforts together to create a series of traps.
Oh?
Well, it's just an expression, really. One that I just learned from Chlorand and used on the spot. So, let's invite her to explain in detail.
Huh? Didn't you...
Oh, come now. Your work doesn't involve much public speaking, right? This is a good chance.
I see. And what does my boss say?
He is glad that you consider him your boss. Do go on.
In that case, do any of you have experience?
Not that I recall.
Fremine and I once used a wooden stick in a basket to catch wild rabbits when we were young.
I've also gone diving to catch some fish before. Does that count?
I'm afraid not. You may or may not have heard, but Fontaine once played host to a group known as the Marechaussee Hunters. Though that was their name, they did not hunt animals, but rather today, Fontaine's monster population has already thinned greatly, so the hunters have blended back into society, taking up arms in other lines of work. They even left a unique methodology of hunting in their wake. A trap comprises of the following components: bait, a trigger, and a containment device. So...
For me, I would prefer something basket. Our line of work requires a deft hand, and we're some of the best in the industry, so you can count on our...
You use some of those techniques while...
Yes, and I even managed to gather some intelligence in the meantime. I'm quite the multitasker.
I'm afraid I can't claim that as my strong suit. I prefer more stable methods, like placing bait in the water and waiting for the fish to come within reach. That's the...
Calm and steady. Exactly the kind of person who would catch loads of fish.
And I can be there with discretion, I'm sure.
I remember that you liked those too, didn't you?
I did.
And what about you, Monsieur Neuvillette?
I fear I do not have any related
That makes sense. You usually solve problems directly, without the use of any such... But I do have one more question for you. If we were to create a trap now, how would you design it?
Hello Adhrit, welcome back to the stream.
I'd like for it to be effective, but bring no harm to the prey. A more gentle trap would be ideal.
Kind, as always. If we wanted to kill the prey in one strike, we would need a powerful implement. However, that also goes for prey that must be captured and safely contained.
Wait.
Only a hunter who's a true expert at subduing their prey can snare it without harming it. The line that divides life and death is...
we hadn't thought of seeing ourselves as hunters. It kind of...
If our means of capturing and dealing with our prey is to put them on track, but we shall require much more courage than any hunter to judge a god. A being.
Oh, so that's what's going on. Sounds very...
Pina de Rula base. Oh.
It's been a tough few days, has... Paimon thought they'd be at least a little frightened. Well, Fremine was, now that Paimon thinks about it. It's hard to say. After all, you're the most reliable person in the world, aren't you? Did you just port the... Paimon's never seen that...
Don't be frightened. And yet, even you feel... Consider... Precisely. Call me in. A mage who wanders the world. At least,
Mage
that's how my friends have suggested I introduce myself.
Exclamation points. I guess so add nahi hua. Allow me to ask you.
The prophecy.
What?
People call such things fate, and it is written in the stars. It cannot so easily be altered. Just as prophecies are usually only the future as seen from the perspectives of the gods, could things be happening in hidden corners, where the gods' gaze does not fall? Are the things that you shall see different from the fate that the gods perceive?
What is she talking about?
Just
I believe that you understand, right? Ultimately, fate shall serve as your... This was good tea, by the way.
The voice. Hey, it's...
Well, I see I've walked in on some lively band.
Mona!
Fine, not all fine. Why, yeah, I'm in full...
That's right!
Ah, yes. About what we had Huh?
Tell Mona about your mysterious guest.
Goodness gracious. Are you...
She said that you...
The Hexen Circle members are certainly anything but ordinary, but I've never met her.
Whoa. The Hexen Circle...
Their abilities alone are...
Well, it's not like Paimon could under...
Yes, she was quite cryptic. Perhaps it is something that you cannot know, right? Traveler, Paimon?
Oh, we're...
I see. I guess you could consider me someone who has often witnessed, but even so, perhaps that's what N was
ये
trying
इसकी
to
मास्टर
tell
है
me.
शायद तो
I did
इसको बुलाने के
originally.
लिए हम लोग बोले थे
You have a point.
कि मास्टर ही आई है
There, it was worth trying, I suppose.
Paimon feels kind of moved by what Mona said. Hey, Traveler. Let's walk around the city, shall we? There's a few spots we always like to walk by. Huh? Let Paimon see! The underwater... My recent thus did it. So while the fortress journalist Charlotte's biggest... Charlotte took some... She hasn't been able to get a hold of anything at the fortress, so since we're... seriously? We're here!
slice of cake, please.
Someone showed up after all. Oh, wait, you're the one from the Palais Mermonia.
Oh, are you here to buy cake too?
Wait,
That's right.
do you come here often?
Usually every day.
Every day?
It's part of my daily.
Then what if someone told...
But why would it...
Well...
Oh, no.
Huh.
Don't be sad. Excuse me, could I have these 2 slices are for you? See?
Oh, you know Xtream?
I sure do. She said that I've got something else to do, so...
Dream.
And there she goes. All right, let's dig in. It's more... Sure would be nice if we could always eat delicious...
क्या हो रहा है? खाना पीना क्यों कर रहे हैं लोग? स्टोरी भी क्यों नहीं आ रही? व्हाट ये फिलर क्यों है? व्हाट इज व्हाई इज दिस फिलर हियर? आई वांट स्टोरी.
Oh, we're near the Steambird office. Let's go look for Charlotte and have a chat.
इवेंट कर लो. इवेंट? कौन सा इवेंट? ये वाला? ये?
Swallow.
Okay. ओह, फोटो क्लिक करना है. फोटो खींचने वाला इवेंट. ये क्या है भाई? ठीक है। एटी % काफी है। यस, फिर 80% पे मैं काम कर दूंगा सारा का सारा। इलो 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 इवोला इवोला का वर्क लाइफ बैलेंस।
Rack and ruin.
Choose the right moment. नहीं,
Shudder.
N4 पे शायद नॉर्मल अटैक करो। अच्छा 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 अच्छा, ओ मेरे को नहीं पता कि अटैक भी करवा सकता है। देखते हैं असिस्ट करके, क्या बता उससे ज़्यादा हो जाए। ए क्या?
Look! Everything the sun touches is coated in gold.
100% कर दिया भाई।
Add Astro. Thank you for completing today.
कितने पुल हैं? 2 ही हैं अभी तो। 3, अच्छा 3 है। पाँच हो गए। कर दो 5, कर दूं? 10 पे करते हैं ना, 10 पे करते हैं, ठीक रहेगा। जल्दी क्या है? क्या क्या बोलते हो? अभी नहीं, 10 पे करते हैं। पाँच और करना है इकट्ठा, मिल जाएगा वैसे भी, पता है मेरे को, लेकिन ठीक है 10 पे करते हैं, ज़्यादा ठीक रहेगा। ये करने बोल रहा है ये। ये कर लेते हैं और ये फाउंटेन ख़त्म करते हैं। एक्ट रॉन्ग क्वेस्ट है वो, रॉन्ग क्वेस्ट है। फाउंटेन का घर पता है, लेकिन इस पे ये बता रहा है, ये देखो कारकॉन क्वेस्ट ये है ना। नहीं तो अच्छा दूसरा है, गिल्ट वाला है फाउंटेन का। गिल्ट कहाँ है भाई? अच्छा ये है। हाँ मेरे को लगा वो कौन सा है।
Wow! If it isn't the Traveler and Paimon! Ha! You've got some nerve! Oh, you needn't. It's all right. Really? Oh, Paimon. Still, what bring? A friend of ours? Ah, so she mentioned... She said that you're... Huh? Oh, of course it doesn't. That was more... Yeah. Why not? Oh. Oh, so that's a yes? Ooh, splendid! I'll tell the editor-in-chief immediately. I'll have to apply... Whew, so much to get done now. Talk... Wait, Charlotte. Paimon's still...
आज खत्म कर देगा फाउंटेन लगता है, पता नहीं।
And what's that? If you're... From what I've seen, so in all likelihood, I'd probably still be... Just think about it. If this... And then do you know what I'd do? Well, I'd write... I'm not a dreamer, but anyway...
उसके बाद फार्म करेंगे प्राइमो जेम्स और हो सकता है शायद आज 10 फुल कर भी लें।
Anyway, let's go and take a look at the sea, shall we? The sea breeze and scenery can be a pretty soothing combo, huh? Paimon's been thinking... If it wasn't fun... No, Paimon should ask if you could choose... We've always been moving to the next destination, so we haven't spent much time thinking about these kinds of things. We didn't have to either, with us always being on the road and whatnot.
Oh.
You mean, still traveling? Huh. Feels like he'll grow, but it's still better than the fortune.
Ah, so the two of you are still here.
Oh, you're from the Palace?
Yes, I'm Isadora. Not at all. Yes.
A riot?
Well, the lady for loudly again before the crowd can take.
So people have
ये
started to
बेकार है,
put the
कोर्ट का
blame on
सीक्वेंस
Farina.
इंटरेस्टिंग है।
Guess they
होगा
finally found an
वही
outlet.
I
क्लाइमेक्स किया।
agree.
So what happened?
Seeing that the Marisho say.
So...
That's right. That said, I don't think there's
मजा
much
आएगा।
good.
Don't worry.
Is...
We are ready. Let's go.
Well, sounds like we should hurry over to Poisson then. If we know, and as we were nervous, it would be hard. Paimon thinks, huh? Well, what do you think? In that case, it... This place looks deserted. Guess all the survivors must have evacuated already. All that's left here are signs of death at station. Could Farina really be here? Let's try to find her as soon as possible.
Yeah, there she is.
That's Farina, right over there.
What was meant to happen did happen after all. I'm sorry. I'm so... Give up, Farina. There's no point in holding out. I'm sorry, but what can I even do? Other than to repeat meaningless apologies over and over. Who's that?
Don't worry, Farina, it's just us. Farina.
What do you mean? Who did that uncivilized rabble? They even dared. Oh, and I'm sure Nouvellette and those people from the Maréchaussée Phantom are freaking out right...
Hey, there she is! The Hydro Archon's over there! Quick, after her!
Farina, those people seem to be after you.
They are? They're just some rabid fans who want to cut the line because they haven't been able to meet me in person, aren't they? That's against the rule.
Farina just ran off. Quick, we have to catch...
Buggy.
This should be the place, right? Hey, Farina! There's a good hiding spot.
What is this place?
Hurry, they're almost here!
Fine. I suppose, hey... I merely gave in to the sheer...
Yep,
what's happening? The ground's shaking. Is it an earth?
Yeah. A quake of this kind preceded the flooding in Poisson, did it?
It can't be.
Well, there's no need to...
Yeah, but the people of Poisson... they... It's true. I've been investigating the prophecy for hundreds of years. I once had informants all over Tevat, searching. I've tried all kinds of ways, too, to hold back the sea, but all my efforts proved to be futile in the end. We cannot make an enemy of the divine. No matter what we do, the will of the heavenly principles will have its way, and the prophecy shall be fulfilled. Give up. I do love the sound of that phrase. It would mean finally coming to terms with fate, but also, for me, indeed, I've thought about giving up so many times, especially after we almost lost fate. Is really unreasonable, isn't it? But just now, it all became... As long as the final moment hasn't come, it's still... Don't worry. I will keep hope alive for everyone until the very end. Well, that's enough for now. I got the impulse to play the stricken maiden. Don't take any of what I just said seriously.
Come on! Paimon could have sworn you were actually being honest just now.
Cher, that's impossible. It was fated right from the start that this would be my duty alone. A witness. Yes, I've heard that you came to Tevat from beyond the stars, yes. In other words, you never belonged here. And if Tevat is, in its entirety, a show on a stage, then you're just a
अंदर बहुत पेन है फुरी पेन में है फरीना ओ What? अब आएगा मजा.
Ladies and gentlemen, this concludes my opening performance. Now, without further ado, we may proceed to the trial of our god.
So, this is what it is. Yes, you deserve praise for the effort. Do not forget, however, that I am Fosalor, the god of justice. The embodiment of
May I interpret these words as your refusal to stand trial? In that case, you will have the opportunity to defend your honor through a duel.
You would draw your blade? I see. It seems like you have made up your mind.
Paimon can't believe it. She just...
What the heck is going on? Did I just see an Archon surrender to a human?
Wow, how utterly humiliating.
Lady Farina, what is the...
Shh! It would seem that there has been a misunderstanding. To be clear, the raising of both hands is not always an indication of surrender.
Looking for excuses again!
I raised my hands just now to indicate my acceptance of the trial. No duel shall be necessary. I will admit that I've been running away for a long time. I'm sorry, everyone. I was unable to protect the people of Poisson. You are not the only one. But now, it is time for the Hydro Archon to show you her courage and resolve. I, Farina, will use this trial to show the world the true... This time, I will protect you. Applaud and rejoice. Mark my words. This shall be one of the most exhilarating and brilliant shows ever to grace the stage of Fontaine. The trial of the Hydro Archon, Fosalor, will now begin!
Woohoo! Oh, no. Why does it feel like Farina just... Also, even though she's still acting...
All right, then.
The court asks the prosecutor to please take the stand.
Thank you.
Is that so? Very well. Then please speak, witness of Tevat, my accuser and
Fated opponent. We are so close of getting her to tell the truth and still turn out like yes in the hand. Let's go. Detective Kafy mode on.
Also, please allow me to ask, as a final question before the trial begins. Just how much work did you do to force me onto this stage?
Travel to धोखेबाज है.
We did do a lot of prep after the meeting that day.
I can go over the tasks assigned to the Spina di Rosula, since they were rather straightforward and easy.
Navia, the president of the Spina di Rosula.
Most of the people who participated in the disturbance this morning were my subordinates. They changed into plain clothes and came to the Opera House as regular audience members, waiting for the perfect opportunity to incite insurrection against you. The people's resentment against their Archon has been building as more and more of the prophecy is fulfilled. A spark was all we needed to turn smoldering anger into a flame. Moreover, according to our understanding and analysis of you, when something like that occurred, you would likely flee the scene and head to Poisson by yourself. So, we arranged for a second group to lie in wait there.
So, you mean the ones who scoured the settlement for me were also from the Spina?
And their goal was to force you to step into the giant magic box so you may personally participate in the greatest magic performance in all of Fontanian history.
That's right. That house was a magic box rather than someone's residence.
As the super ultimate version of the setup that I used when I first performed at the Opera Epiclese, the volume of the box was increased by a whole order of magnitude, and the distance it traversed was the entire gap between Poisson and Areneas. Its cargo, of course, was an Archon instead of a human. My thanks, Farina. Without your help, we... Of course, this performance was only made possible with Father's support. The House of the Hearth spent a massive amount of labor in Mora to pull this off.
Damn!
A location,
अपने मिलके फंसा बेचारी को.
magic box.
So, in other words, the earthquake...
That's right. It wasn't a sign of another disaster to come.
Then, you gathered a crowd, prepared a stage, and also...
Yes, that is...
Well, Clorand, as for you, you'd make sure that I didn't notice anything amiss before revealing yourself as my prosecutor once we'd arrived onto the stage.
Oh?
It's fine. The stage is already set. So
only बोल दिया.
to disappoint
Deceive you.
audience.
हाँ.
Let's see this
शर्म करो ट्रैवलर.
to the very end.
सब बोल रहे हैं ओपनली तो फिर क्या दिक्कत है? जब जज भी बोल रहा है, that is correct.
Sir Prosecutor, please allow me to pass this along. This is a document that Miss Charlotte...
Huh? Charlotte wanted to give us something? Oh, so she's... Oh, let Paimon see. So in other words, we can refer to this... Let's quickly confirm the information in it. Just think of it as a refresher, alright?
You defeated the Hydro Archon in the very first duel you took part in at the Opera House. That's one for the history books, all right. I didn't think that you'd wind up getting to the bottom of the case I'd been following all this time. I guess you could also see that this is the first time Monsieur Nervillette had a difference of opinion with the Oratrice. Even the hut of Fatui Harbor, the fortress of Merapi. According to Rainier, the words of someone as extraordinary as a witch can probably only...
अब मजा आएगा.
The prosecution and the defense are both in position. The trial shall now begin.
This is not... ये इसमें मजा आता है भाई.
Just fast forward to the part where the prosecution lays out my offenses. As the defendant, of course, it is only natural for humans to struggle to understand the actions of a god. However, you will need more than that to convict me.
That's true. But my charge here is unrelated to your conduct as an
Traveler
Archon.
बोल रहा है भाई.
Instead, I would like to charge you as a fraud who's never been the Archon in the first place.
Wait, what was that?
Yeah.
Hey, I came here thinking that we were going to try the Hydro Archon for forsaking our duty, but...
Charge accepted.
ये भी.
Lady Farina, do you plead guilty to the charge? Lady Farina.
I plead not guilty. How can I be guilty? There is no way that I, Focalor, otherwise known as Farina de Fontaine, a member of the Seven and the Regina of all waters, kindreds, peoples, and laws of Fontaine, could be anything other than your true...
Yeah, even though Lady Farina...
Yeah.
I have cause to believe that common sense will prevail in this case. Many of the members of the audience have known me as the Hydro Archon. See? Even the Oratrice has decided to show me its favor. If you wish to drop the case, I can promise you...
An argument with near impossible
The people
odds,
only
huh?
see you as their
have
anchor
to
point
not
because
only refute
that their
Corvina's
long-held belief.
And if I was not the
Maro, usko maro.
Archon, then how did I...
I got to think carefully. Let's go. A child innocent, the artist judged him as guilty in the end, and even Furina didn't know why. Let's go.
That doesn't...
Why? अरे नहीं भाई.
First of all,
ये क्यों बोल रही है? ये क्यों बोल रही है?
race, which would allow you to naturally possess an extended lifespan. And second of all, even if that wasn't the case, there could be other ways to extend your life.
Who gave you that idea? Was it the knave? You'd sink so low as to use a harbinger's words against me.
Doesn't matter who gave us the information.
I once thought it possible that the aura of an Archon might naturally resemble a type of curse. But in light of this claim, perhaps what I sensed was not your divinity, but a curse after all.
Neville had sensed it too, huh?
Instead of an Archon, could you just be a cursed human?
Is that...
Well, it is true that it's extremely difficult
Traveler
to tell
का मुंह
humans
बंद हो
and
गया
gods
शर्म से.
apart just by looking at them.
Damn.
It's not impossible.
Well, don't start celebrating too early now. Besides, everyone knows that the main difference between a human and a god is the possession of authority. Gods can do what humans cannot. That's why they're worshipped as... For centuries, manifestations of my authority have served the... One need only to turn their eyes towards the Oratrice Mécanique d'Analyse Cardinal in this very opera house. Or consider the indemnitium that is
Come on,
used in
Purina, I am with
every
you.
aspect
No!
of life.
Wait, that one trial proved the opposite. Purina actually has no control over the aura trees at all.
You tried to reference the Oratrice. But weren't you as confused as all the rest of us when the Oratrice declared Child to be guilty without any proof?
Didn't I make myself clear at the time? The decisions of the gods are naturally difficult.
Lady Farina, I believe a reminder of your current circumstance. While the court is in session, the principles of justice and the law must come before all else. While you are an Archon, you are also first and foremost the defendant in this. You will prove yourself unable to defend against the prosecution's charges if you continue to withhold vital information against the rules of...
I never thought you'd use...
That was no trick of rhetoric, Lady Farina. I've merely reiterated the rules of the court. Rules that all should respect and follow.
So, you neither knew why Child was declared guilty.
ये क्यों बोल रही है? Traveler क्यों नहीं बोल रहा है यार?
Operations of the Oratrice. Instead of having been created by you, the manifestations of authority you mentioned have been made by the real Hydro Archon, haven't they?
The real Hydro Archon. It is true that I did, but the Oratrice handed out that verdict unilaterally. You can't argue that just because a divine creation is flawed, that the god behind it must also be no god at all.
She's still throwing out all kinds of excuses.
Sure, we can put all to the side for now, but then, Miss Farina, could you give us a brief demonstration of your power?
My power as an Archon. There are...
If that poses a concern, I'm prepared to extend my protection to the audience.
You don't need
A brief
to go
demonstration
that
of your
far.
power over Hydro could be quite harmless.
Aren't you the Hydro Archon? Or is it that you can't even wield the power of Hydro, much less the authority of a god?
Indemnitium! Yes! It's all because of Indemnitium! All Archons derive their power from the faith of the people, and I've converted the people's faith in justice into Indemnitium. Thus did I give up all of my divine power to provide everyone with energy for their daily lives. Have you ever seen a more magnanimous...
Isn't that?
Yeah, no matter how generous an Archon can be, how could they give up all their power? Can a god with no power even still be called a god?
Or a tree.
Seems like nobody's buying Farina's excuse.
Come now, everyone.
चारों तरफ से घिर लिया लॉयर को मस्त समझ आएगा ये सब
Farina, you knew, right?
Come on,
the one that you love, please. You've got to believe.
If what the prosecutor said is true, she really has committed a grave offense.
Did she deceive all of us? And all of our parents and grandparents too? And all of our ancestors? Ever since they were...
Enough. That's enough. Tell me then, if I'm not the real Hydro Archon, then who is? If you have no evidence of another Hydro Archon's existence, nor can you find anyone who can back up their claim to be such, then what grounds have you to say that I...
Wow, she came up with yet another argument.
First of all, okay now. What evidence can prove that Farina is a human? What a point. क्या होता है उसे के लिए?
It has been established that
No.
all Fontanians can dissolve in water from the primordial sea.
Since you insist on claiming to be a god and not a human, then there's a method that you can use right here and now to eliminate all suspicions of you being the latter.
Miss Navia, please apply to serve as a temporary attorney.
Super sorry, Monsieur Cheap Now. I've brought some seawater from Poisson, including those. So, Miss Farina, would you dare to touch some of this seawater? If we are to believe that you are indeed the real Hydro Archon, touching this
Paimon क्यों बोल रही है वही?
But if you don't dare to touch it, then we would have basically proved the reverse. Oh, and I must remind you that after the disaster at Poisson, nobody wants to see any more people dissolve. I do hope you'll act prudently and choose
Navia from the Spina di Rasula.
If Lady Farina is indeed just a human, she's probably Fontanian like all the rest of us. Would she really dare to...
आ तो रही है नीचे आ तो रही है
Lady Farina, this test has been unilaterally proposed by the prosecution. As it falls outside the realm of standard court proceedings, you possess the right to decline participation.
Well, of course he had to tell her that.
She's just staring at...
What's going on?
Due to the inherent risk of the test, Lady...
Hey!
I'm fine! Look at me, everyone! Will you believe me now?
Miss Siegewing? If you're present, Miss Siegewing, please come forward and attend...
Siege? Don't be nervous. It'll just take a few
Please announce...
As everyone doubtlessly saw, Miss Farina was displaying symptoms of hyperventilation and flushed skin. She was experiencing the adverse effects of exposure to primordial seawater. The extent to which she was affected is the same as other humans when exposed to primordial seawater of a similar
देखा ट्रैवलर
concentration.
झूठा इल्जाम लगाता है नहीं
Lady Farina.
Oh, wait. What did she just say? I didn't get dissolved. Shouldn't that be enough to...
Well, considering your tendency to run from your problems, however, after extensive discussion, we exchanged it for a sample that is not concentrated enough to dissolve an actual human. After all, on the off chance that something entirely... we don't want anyone else to lose their life to this...
Yeah, so out of regard for Farina's life, you secured a low-concentration sample and asked the head nurse to serve as an expert. It's a great thing that the direct sample wasn't accurate.
I can't believe... You... Listen to me,
वाह क्या कवर किया
Please don't give me
Hello
such cold
Sikandar
and
Shah
disdainful
welcome to the
look.
stream
Wood, think about it. How can you conclusively prove that an
तो अकेले
Archon
कैसे आज
can't
अकेले
also be affected by the primordial seawater?
अकेले तो समझा नहीं मैं
Also,
एक
if
सेकंड
I was really just a human, why would I dare to just... Please, everyone, anyone, just listen to me. I swear, I really am your Archon.
यहाँ बुलाओ देखेंद्र को।
I don't
कार्तिक
think
कहाँ गया?
anything she says
You
at
are on a
this point
different
will sway
stream.
anyone. The odds are just too
वो
stacked
horizontal
against her
stream पे
now.
है।
With all the things that have been said,
There are two streams. मेरे channel पे जाओ, वहाँ पे you can see.
I believe
Kartik
the
is
time
there.
for arguments and presentation of evidence has come to an end. If there are no objections, we will move on to the final judgment.
I don't think anything she says at this point will sway anyone. She's too stacked against her now.
क्या हो गया इसको?
In my capacity as Chief Justice, I shall now render judgment on Farina's misrepresentation of herself as the Archon of Fontaine. As a human who knowingly deceived her fellow citizens, Farina is guilty.
जरूरी है कैफी से सीखो देखेंद्र। Farina.
We shall now turn to the Oratrice Mécanique d'Analyse Cardinal to render the final verdict on the charges.
कैफे में मैं बैनर में जा रहा हूँ।
हो गया, हो गया।
According to the judgment of the Oratrice Mécanique...
Well, what's wrong? What's the Oratrice's verdict?
No, the Oratrice also displays a guilty verdict.
Isn't that correct then?
However, the exact wording of the verdict is thus. The Hydro Archon, guilty to be punished via the death sentence.
Death sentence?
That's actually one of the available sentences? I've always thought that it was just a myth.
The one and only time the death sentence has been handed out at the court. And it's been given to the very person we've worshipped as the god of justice?
Farina's been sentenced to death by the Oratrice?
This outcome is indeed quite strange. According to Fontaine's current definitions of justice, as well as its recommendations for criminal sentences,
नहीं
is
करना
this
मुझे बहुत
sentence
लंबा
really appropriate for the crimes that have been committed?
Yeah! Even Vache wasn't sentenced to death by the Oratrice. You know, the real evil mastermind behind the serial disappearances case.
Indeed. Not only is Farina's sentence overly excessive, the very point of our trial today was also to prove that Farina has never been the Hydro Archon in the first place. But now, the Oratrice seems to have deliberately invoked the title of the Hydro Archon. What does this mean?
The divine creation is asking its creator.
Excuse me, if I may interrupt. Is the trials...
Fremine! You finally made it.
Mm-hmm.
Is that the first prophecy slate? Huh.
I looked everywhere and finally found it. But has the trial already concluded?
Thank you for your hard work, Mr. Fremine. Please allow me...
नहीं देखना चाहिए शायद।
Believe that you have already seen the
Spoilers
other
ले रहा हूँ
existing
मैं।
slates, and would like
ले लो।
you to come
नहीं
here and
देखना चाहिए
confirm their
शायद।
contents.
करोगे भी नहीं वैसे भाई।
So what do you see? What is...
Previous Hydro Archon releasing her divine power.
I believe I have now made sense of the Hydro Archon's crime. It has to do with Fontaine's lost history.
Huh? Isn't the Hydro Archon just guilty of deceiving her people? So when you say Hydro Archon, do you mean the real Hydro Archon we've been kinda
In truth, everything that you've encountered in Fontaine up until this point can be traced back to the contents of these. However, I'm uncertain as to how much sense they currently make to you.
Okay, let's try to recall the contents of the other
अगले
three
अगले
stone
अगले
slates. Paimon will do her
अभी
best to
फ्यूचर
help you
में
remember.
अगले ईयर करूँगा। अगले ईयर अगले ईयर अच्छा अच्छा ओके। Select to check the description on the stone slab. The real events related to the prophecies.
The first stone slate describes what you just said. It seems to show the previous Hydro Archon using her divine power, and then the Oceanids turn into humans. Does that mean that Fontanians are transformed Oceanids? The second stone slate shows Celestia floating in the sky, and the Hydro Archon and her people worshipping it together. The heavens still brought judgment down upon them. This must be the point when the Hydro Archon and the Fontanians were branded with their original sin. Does this mean that the original sin and the Hydro Archon sin are the same thing? The third slate shows the Hydro Archon sinking into the sea surrounded by many people. That reminds Paimon, didn't we also watch that happen to someone else? Well, the fourth slate is the prophecy the Fontanians have been talking about. People dissolving into the sea, the Hydro Archon crying on her throne, and so on. We didn't believe that such a crazy disaster could happen at first, did we? But after that incident, it was just a question of when and not if.
History of the future. Okay, the evidence that verifies Prophecy Slate 1 is, it turns out Fontanians can be dissolved by water from the primordial sea over the years. Watcher kidnapped and dissolved many young girls for his...
We know from the case of the serial disappearances of young women that Fontanians can be dissolved in primordial seawater. And the first stone slate tells us that long ago, the Hydro Archon used her power to turn Oceanids into humans. This might be the reason that Fontanians can dissolve.
So they were actually Oceanids. Okay. To Neverlet believed child to be innocent, the artist judged him guilty in the end, and even Farina didn't know why. The stone slates in the ruins showing the prophecy describe history of the future. This is the second slate, and it shows Celestia floating in the sky and the Hydro Archon and her people worshipping it together. But the heaven still brought judgment down upon them.
That doesn't sound...
Okay.
That doesn't...
Perhaps what is about to take place has all happened before. And the original sin cast down on the people of Fontaine by Celestia, as recorded on the stone slates.
Sentence never before passed in the court of the judgment has been handed down to the Hydro Archon. Just what kind of sin merits such as verdict? The stone slates in the ruins showing the prophecy describe history of the... Okay. It shows the Hydro Archon sinking into the sea, surrounded by many people.
It's not as simple as falling into the sea. The stone slates show the people gathered around the Hydro Archon in the sea. Could that be alluding to the same thing?
While exploring the ruin, I fell into... Oh, okay. It shows a scene that is basically identical to that described in the prophecy circulating throughout the fountain. Fontanians will eventually be dissolved into the sea, and the Hydro Archon will sit alone on her throne and weep.
The prophecy from the stone slates found its way into society, but not many people believed it at first. The fortress of Meropide was nearly flooded with primordial seawater, which we know can cause Fontanians to dissolve. It seems increasingly likely that the prophecy may come true. If we hadn't dealt with it in time, things could have gone very badly.
They'll dissolve into the primordial sea but won't cease to exist. their essence will flow in the seawater. The Hydro Archon was sentenced to death in court, shocking everyone present. Navia fell into the water inside those ruins, and she nearly dissolved. She was surrounded by the people of Poisson in a court within her consciousness. The eruption of the primordial sea at the fortress of Meripede was the surest sign that the prophecy was about to come to pass no matter what.
It is there under everything,
Verified by recent events.
like just under the sea of Fontaine.
Loads of truth should come. Huh? Oh, Paimon gets it now, but then it feels like...
Let's hear them.
Incredible. We're...
All Fontanians were originally created by the late previous Hydro Archon, with Oceanids as their basis. The evidence for that can be found in... Oh, and according to...
That is the sin, I guess.
Yeah, and it follows from the content of the first slate. That could also explain why the Oratrice judged the Hydro Archon to be guilty. It's to account for that ancient sin.
The Hydro Archon's true sin was creating us?
And yet, after many hundreds of years, the Hydro Archon's creations have turned around to try to judge the Archon within the Opera Epiclese. The twists of history are often the most unexpected of...
Yeah, isn't the image here just like with Nav? So wouldn't it be trying to show the image of the Hydro Archon also falling into the sea once the prophecy has been fulfilled in the fourth slate? In the end, the people will all be... Did Paimon get all that right?
You've made some keen deductions. I must say, given how much you still don't know. However, while you were able to decode all the information on the slates, they've also been etched with an additional layer of hidden information using a different power source. When we were at the ruins, I tried to decipher the hidden information recorded in the slates. But since we only had 3 slates at the time, I was unable to come to a full conclusion. Now that the slate collection is complete, I shall make another attempt to decipher. I believe I should share this truth not only with you, but with your hypotheses regarding the Fontaine of old. The previous Hydro Archon sensed the yearning of her Oceanid familiars for life on land. The Oceanids were enamored with the beauty and romanticism of human beings, and wishing to have those experiences for themselves, expressed to the Hydro Archon their desire to become of a similar kind. However, even though water as an element is intricately linked with the power of life, the Hydro Archon, as one of the 7, did not possess the authority to create a new form of human life. Not one to give in, she eventually found a way to create permanent humanoid bodies for her familiars by appropriating the power of this planet's primordial sea. She poured primordial seawater into the Oceanids' blood vessels, creating humanoid mimics in the process. But if Fontanians were to ever come into direct contact with water from the primordial sea, the power within their bodies would escape these artificial restraints and return to the sea. As a result, their forms would collapse, and they would be reverted to their original forms as Oceanids.
सुनो, skip मत करो. हाँ सुन रहा.
Of course, the Hydro Archon never received permission from the heavenly principles to create a new human race. And thus, the Hydro Archon and all of her creations came to shoulder the original sin of appropriating the power of the primordial sea. That is the true history of how the people of Fontaine first came into being.
So we were all Oceanids before we turned into human beings?
That's way too much information for me. I think I'm just going to pretend that I never heard a single thing. Wait, but if that's the truth, we can't let the Hydro Archon be sentenced to death. After all, her only sin was creating us.
This really might be too much information for your regular Fontanian, but it does answer a lot of our questions.
Alas, your hypothesis regarding the 3rd and 4th stone slates was inaccurate. The slates' respective positions are, in fact, correct. A key point of the visual on the 3rd, they have not been dissolved. which implies that the water depicted in this slate is not water from the primordial sea. The nation of Fontaine is the nation of Hydro, as well as the nation of trials and justice. You may also recall Navia's experience. When she fell into the sea, her consciousness was surrounded by that of many others who intended to hold a trial to determine her fate. Therefore, the meaning of the third slate is that the people of Fontaine shall try the Hydro Archon at the court of justice. Yes, it refers to our present situation.
I think I'm following now. So, what you're saying is, even though we decided to put on this trial to avoid fulfilling the prophecy, in truth, everything we've done has happened exactly as the prophecy foretold.
What should we do?
Huh. No matter what, the prophecy will be fulfilled.
If that's the case, does that mean the scene in the fourth slate will also be fulfilled soon?
Traveler, I would like to point out about the fourth slate. You probably thought that the eruption of primordial seawater beneath the fortress of Meropide served as the surest sign that the prophecy was about to come to pass, yeah? However, I believe that rather than being a sure sign, that eruption could in fact only be a small warning of something far worse to come. As for the root cause of the catastrophe, I believe you've already encountered it once before.
Yeah, past minute. Ultimate proof. Just what is...
This eruption is just a small warning of the things to come.
Really afflicted with... उल्टा करना है अच्छा
It was both dream and reality.
Hello bro, hello Sumit, welcome to the stream.
If we're talking about a true culprit, that could only be that thing inside the primordial sea, right?
The truth, the original sin, the trial, and the root cause of the disaster.
अब सिनेमैटिक होगा शायद यस आ गया आया चाइल्ड आया ये लेट्स गो ऑरा फॉर्म कर रहा है भाई ये बंदा ओहो
So we've met it at last. I understand very well why it has chosen to make an appearance here. That whale does not belong to Tevat. It is a monster that has traversed the stars, weeping all the while. It has been greedily consuming the energy from the planet's primordial sea, using it to grow. That is the main cause for the rising sea levels. And once it has finished consuming all of the energy contained within the sea, its next step will...
You said that when the Hydro Archon first created Fontanians out of Oceanids, she filled their blood vessels with primordial seawater.
Precisely. That whale finds the blood of Fontanians nigh impossible to resist. Therefore, when it left the primordial sea, it decided to make its next stop a packed opera house full of food.
We just barely managed to push it back, right?
That is correct. Indeed, it is more accurate to say that we should thank that Harbinger for buying us some time. From the way he looked, he must have been fighting the creature for quite a long time.
That battle maniac. We've always known that he had a special connection with that whale, but we definitely didn't expect it to help us out like this. Anyway, now that we know that this whale is the...
It is too late. It had already absorbed too much of the primordial sea's energy before we could notice it. Even if the entirety of Tevat were to be destroyed, it could still survive.
That's not... We've already done everything we can. We've come so far.
Adventure rank kinta 45.
Just tell me that the
45,
last hurdle
45,
is
45.
Indeed. That's...
I'll fight it to the end.
So the prophecy will be fulfilled no matter what, huh?
Yes.
The prophecy.
We couldn't fight, but wait, but if this is all about fate,
Just as prophecies are usually only the future as seen from the
perspective
perspectives
of the gods. Good
could
thing.
things be happening in hidden corners where the god's gaze does not fall?
Did-
Ultimately, fate shall serve as your only guide, no matter what will happen in Tevat's future. All you need to do is to play your part.
But he will fulfill. There will still be way to save everyone. Did I miss something? Oratrice, Macadil.
What's happening with the Oratrice?
I believe it is preparing to carry out the death sentence.
Verena!
No, I still need answers.
भाई इतना लंबा छलांग मार सकता है ये कौन है सामने ये Real or con? Real Farina.
You.
Sorry. That shocked expression on your face is just too amusing.
You are not Farina.
Ah, the sweet sound of bewilderment. Marvelous.
Fosolo. Why did you deceive us?
Oh, that wasn't my goal, of course. Goodness, no. But I had to fool everyone else too, if I was to stand any chance of deceiving the heavenly principles.
Deceiving the heavenly principles?
It's all because of that pernicious prophecy. Dreadful, wasn't it? Everyone doomed to dissolve. Fontaine condemned to be flooded. One was not amused. In fact, one was positively bemused when that problem was thrust upon me by my dearest predecessor. That's the former Hydro Archon Egeria for the uninitiated. It hardly gets more disastrous than a preordained national catastrophe. Now does it? She knew full well that the prophecy would surely come to pass, and as one of the seven, she also knew full well that one defies the heavenly principles at one's peril. So yes, as you have no doubt surmised, It was a rather impossible situation that I found myself in. I spent a terribly long time mulling it over, alone on the ocean floor. And I was almost growing barnacles by the time I finally realized there was only one possible solution to this confounding conundrum. I had to outwit the heavenly principles, allow the prophecy to be fulfilled, ostensibly at least, while saving everyone at the same time. I'm a genius, I know. I can only assume that's why Egeria chose me as her successor. Although, looking back now, it was
ये भी वही है भाई, ये भी
inheritance
वैसे ही
one
है.
dreams of.
Ego.
Between the task of saving the nation, the quotidian duties of the Hydro Archon, and not to mention the original sin of creating a new race of humans,
She sacrificed
I dare say
herself.
she left me quite a colossal mess to clean up. But one can only play the hand one is dealt. I did not choose this, any more than I chose to be one of her Oceanid familiars.
So you were also once one of the Oceanids, transformed into a human by Egeria's hand.
Yes, I was. I always dreamed of becoming human. And I still do, even now. In my eyes, to be human is to be part of the greatest opera ever known. After becoming a god, I separated my divinity from my body and spirit, leaving behind only a self that was as naive and bewildered as my past self on her first day as a human being. The me you see before you now is that divinity. And the human counterpart I left behind, I named Farina. She could feel joy, sorrow, and everything in between. She could be as vain and conceited, or as meek and
बेचारी ये
vulnerable
फरीना.
as her strengths were of a kind only a human could possess, as were her shortcomings. But in my eyes, Farina's humanity was what made her perfect. She was perfectly human in every way. The person I always wanted to be. Anyway, so then I cursed her. All part of the plan, of course. The plan to deceive the heavenly principles. Do you still remember the final scene of the prophecy? The Hydra Archon alone, weeping on her throne. In order that the prophecy might appear fulfilled, I invited Farina to be an actress, to play the part of the Hydro Archon in the prophecy, under the curse I placed on her. So long as I, Focalor's divinity, continued to exist, she could not die. But nor was she free to live her life in the pursuit of happiness. Instead, she was forced to take the stage in the opera house, to embrace the role of leading lady, to forever play the part of the god from the prophecy, all to create a deceitful appearance of that prophecy coming to pass. I suppose now you probably understand why your court is called the Opera Epiclese.
But Farina is only human. Even though she has had a long life, her mind is no stronger than that of any other ordinary human being. I cannot begin to fathom what she has had to endure. It must have been torture for her.
It has indeed.
ये
And
कैसे
although
है?
she is, in a sense,
500
me in human
साल
form,
एक्ट किया उसने
I
आर्कॉन की
must
तरह भाई
definitely
साहब
owe her an apology for it.
बेचारी.
It's been 500 years, and all along, she's been playing her part in the most unimaginably long, unbearably lonely, and agonizingly painful opera of all time.
बेचारी.
Oh, who permitted you to come onto the stage? All right, all right. It is not my intent to reprimand you. There is no need to state your name. Just be off with you. Do not distract me from my I am Focalor. The
That
eyes
way,
of countless
I can.
Fontanians are upon me. I'm a... Dear
रिकॉर्ड नहीं किया इसका
audience,
अभी तक.
the performance is experiencing a technical difficulty, but worry not. The guards shall resolve it soon enough.
Time to say hello.
Up and away!
The abyss is burning shadow!
One with the force. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Swift as the swallow.
Leave it to me!
Hey, what gives? The audience is still watching me, you know. Guards? Wait, where are the guards? Guards!
I'm free. Tell me what you see. Thunder! Can't see? Rah!
Thunder! Stay away from me!
And Shroud! Yeah. I hear everything.
Seen one before a mirror. Really ना. स्किल चालू है सीन का मे बी. हाँ.
Farina.
Huh? Who's that? Who's calling me? Where are you?
Be not nervous. Be not afraid.
Wait a moment. You're... Mirror me? Mirror me. What do you wish...
The prophecy.
What prophecy? The people...
Oh.
What's...
Yes, it will. And that is why I've come to you.
But doesn't that mean everyone will die? I'm a Fontanian just like them. Will I dissolve too?
Oh, don't worry. I will tell you how to save everyone. But you may have to suffer somewhat.
Oh, so there's... As for the suffering, well, but if the prophecy will come true, if there were scales, with...
You truly are the perfect human. I suppose this would also be the justice that belongs to you.
Huh?
Don't worry, it's nothing. Listen well. Fontaine has just lost its Hydro Archon. I need you to play a role. That of the new Archon.
Play as... a god?
That's right. If you can keep it up.
But how will I do this?
Don't worry. Being a human yourself, remember.
I'm still not sure I understand, but... So, how long am I going to have to play this role?
To accomplish this, but I promise you...
A trial, huh?
Ascension speech. Verena. अरे पीछे से घूम के जाना पड़ेगा। अरे यार
The Maison Cardinalise has announced my accession, but this is my first time facing the people. What should I say to most of... I'm sure you've all heard. In truth, as the god Focalor. Once again, this, I thought...
That's the new Hydro Archon. Is this some kind of joke by the Maison? I would have thought that a being that surpassed...
Hey, did you hear that? She even told us to send her suggestions.
Shouldn't gods be all-powerful? She's being so modest.
If you ask me, perhaps the succession didn't actually happen.
Wait, what's... Right. Calm down, Farina. Assertive. Now, I was wondering if... you may Now then!
Ah, so that was just a performance. How could I have forgotten that we...
Personality? It's quite shocking, to be honest, but I suppose it's a better look than before.
Such a fascinating and bold deity. How wonderful! Our future may yet be bright after all.
It seems I've turned them around. Best follow this. My dear people, whether you acknowledge me or not, whether you trust me or nay, I say to you, we have heard it said that this nation sins. No, this won't work. They'll suspect me again. I must play the role that they want me to play. The scales may law be the prayer on our lips. May judgment be our worship. Let us light the No, this won't work. They'll suspect me again. I must play the role that they... No, this won't work.
अच्छा ये ओ मेरे को लगा कि कुछ तोड़ना है. I have to play. Hello. Sorry. Super Mario के कौन सा पोस्टर है? Hello. Hello. Sorry, I'm sorry. Sorry for not watching this chat. बहुत देर से कोई आया नहीं था तो I was like, my bad. Oh, Opera House, Farina.
Lady Farina.
Besides,
That's true,
No need for fright. And do not take what I said before too seriously. Go now.
500 साल से एज अ ह्यूमन ये अकेले थी. बताओ कोई you were busy ना there, that's why.
No need. All right.
I'm actually very invested inside the story. Thanks for joining stream. 500 साल से अकेले थी एज अ ह्यूमन. That is very bad. I thought कुछ तो पावर होगा इस पे, but कुछ नहीं है.
Lady Farina.
I see.
He could have like मतलब वो किसी से engage भी नहीं हो सकती. कोई family भी नहीं हो सकता इसका. That is very bad. कम से कम family हो सकता था इसका. अकेले सोना, अकेले रहना. 500 years ago ही हुआ था ना Archon War.
Good to see that maybe this is...
Lady Farina, here are the...
They'll...
Lady Farina.
Indeed.
कभी free हो जाएगी इन सब से ये. अच्छा.
Lady Farina, we're detecting significant...
Understood. I feel utter...
Normal life होगी. अच्छा है. हमेशा से ओपेरा हाउस में ही है। Scene 8235 Opera House, Arena.
Lady
हमेशा
Farina, I've heard that the first... Are you crying?
Uh-huh. This must be the overflow of hydro from my person. Well, can't quite help being the...
बेचारी।
So interminable. Hundreds of years must have passed by now. Perhaps the show must go on for hundreds more. I never have I reached my limit. I want to dive. All I can do is keep up.
बेचारी। इस पॉइंट पे तो कोई भी मरना चाहेगा भाई, इतने डेज।
Farina, although I don't know.
Share, that's impossible.
But even if you're just sharing
A witness, and if to... He's right. I could confide in him, couldn't, but if things don't play out as expected, the people of Fontaine will be the ones to pay... No, Farina, you shouldn't be selfish. But what if, Farina, you've worked... Is it such an... If you let the think about it, long and hard... No. All you need to do, dear spectator, is to witness...
Fine.
कटसीन का वेट कर रहा हूँ।
So even Farina doesn't know the truth? You've never once let her in on the full plan?
Yes, she did very well. If she had let her resolve, it seems that trusting humanity was the right decision.
I believe that I understand how your deception works. But that is only how would you build on this foundation to save the people of Fontaine?
Ah, good. Of course, the Udex of Fontaine has pinpointed the crux of... I'm sure you've long sensed that the...
I've always suspected that it had its own consciousness. And Lenny did mention that he heard a human voice within the core chamber. It now seems that that person was you, hidden within the machine all along.
And then I became one with the oratories, taking Fontaine's gnosis with me. Yes, it would seem so, wouldn't it? Alas, your understanding of... In truth, it is no enactor of justice. It is, in fact, a device created to kill the god of justice. Oh, you have it. And to be more precise, not only will the oratories take down the god of justice, it will also take down the divine throne upon which she has been placed. I mean, did you think I would be the sort to enjoy peaceful repose while Farina suffered? My work over these last 500 years has been to constantly accumulate indemnitium within the oratories. But really, some have already discovered that only a small fraction of the energy generated by the device was ever used to provide power to Fontaine. The vast majority had to be accumulated to enact this death sentence.
It was all a part of your plan then? Both the trial and the sentence?
Indeed. This power, accrued over 5 centuries, could have sustained Fontanians for millennia had it only been used for that purpose. But only power of this magnitude could hope to destroy the Hydro Archon's divine throne, shaking the rules established by Celestia and breaking through the institution that is the Seven.
Celestia is the one who created
So the
heavenly
Orchrish's call for death
principles.
was for neither Farina nor Focalor.
And heavenly
destruction of
principles
that
are the
divine throne.
things above
If I do not
archons.
misunderstand your intent, you must...
Returning what's rightfully yours to you, of course. In other words, this was all done to return the authority of the Hydro Archon to the Hydro Dragon of this planet.
But...
पता चलेगा फ्यूचर में. No. कटसीन का वेट कर रहा हूँ. No.
Getting sad again, are we? The authority of the ancient dragons shall...
और Celestia तो वो है ना. My bad, my bad. Celestia तो one of the heavenly principles है.
Sacrifice yourself at the very end.
I've never quite seen it that way, you know. Even now, I'm quite pleased at how well my deception worked. Hydro Dragon, don't cry. I must say, had it been within my rights, Egeria stole the power of the primordial sea, and the heavenly principle stole the power you ancient dragons possessed. I, for my part, am the god of justice. Speaking of justice, I have always believed that justice lies in the process of pursuing human existence itself. So, if the theft of the primordial sea's might was Fontaine's original sin, then, leaving matters of procedural right and wrong aside, the descent of the Fontanians as humans and their right to exist in this world would be Fontaine's original justice. In other words, existence was Egeria's justice. And to me, justice is the continuation of that existence. Defying the prophecy and ensuring that Fontaine's people shall live on.
Heavenly principles से बात
That
ये है ही
should
नहीं.
be the justice
अब वो मतलब तेवत से
enthroned
ऊपर क्या है?
over all others.
पता चलेगा फ्यूचर
At
में
this
तुम्हारा.
point, we, whether it be myself or all other Fontanians,
गेंशिन के अलावा भी कुछ खेलते हो आप क्या आप? हाँ. I do play other games, but अभी currently गेंशिन ही खेल रहा हूँ.
when you regain your full power as an elemental sovereign, what verdict shall you pass upon us?
So when I was invited to the court of Fontaine to serve as Eudex, I see now that that was your idea too, at last. I now understand the true purpose behind this. In the beginning, I was uninterested in human existence. But these 5 centuries of living alongside them have gradually brought about mutual understanding between us. And I have even attempted to feel as they feel. You are a devious one, Focalor. Things being as they are, surely you know that I could never declare them to be guilty.
The hour of my execution is almost here. For the sinner, the curtain call has come. I know I may not sound it, but faced with death, I find myself a little afraid. Perhaps this is one thing both gods and humans have in common. Farewell, Nervalette. I hope you've enjoyed the part you played these 500 years.
Bro, it is very emotional, bhai. भाई साहब ओ भाई
I, Eudex Nouvelet, hereby declare, people of Fontaine, your sins are forgiven.
Bro, this is very emotional, bhai. Oh, bhai. Bro.
If you press
पागल है क्या? अरे यार. If you press.
What just happened?
Bro, मेरे को आंसू आ गए भाई हल्के
Has
से.
the death sentence been carried out?
Was that bright light some sort of misdirection? I have...
But since we're all...
It's time to end this. We must mete out punishment to that beast.
Didn't you say just a moment ago that it can't be defeated?
I have gained the strength sufficient to deal with it. Through certain, we should seize the opportunity to pursue our quarry. Traveler, now that the oratories can no longer function, I require an executor to help me mete out justice, the root of the calamities befalling Fontaine. Come with me, traveler. The hour of execution has come.
Cinema, bhai. Absolute cinema. This is cinema, bhai. So, I am emotional.
Done my best to settle the power from the way. Considering the size of the beast, I cannot reach the power source. Unless we can find a way to attack it from within. I shall share a part of the ancient dragon's power with you. We shall look for an opening sorrow turning into hostility.
Go! You're free now! Can't see?
कर खाएगी.
The all-devouring narwhal cannot resist its instinct to devour. Continue to trigger its hostility. A chance will present itself.
Leave it to me! Can't see?
What the?
Dancing in the wind.
Leave it to me.
Let's go.
One with the force. The story has only just begun.
I have read give you my protection. Do not fear. Seize the moment and use my power to suppress its root from within.
Something's wrong. Time to say hello. Farewell. Watch out.
Closing in. Ills be gone.
The story has only just begun.
कर आएगी कौन है ये? Who is she?
Thanks for helping with the cleanup. It should have been my job, but oh well. It was just supposed to be a short private training session for me. I didn't think that my disciple and my master's pet would start brawling in the meantime.
My disciple.
Actually, I had a feeling that it would happen at some point, but they bumped into one another earlier than I thought. What a blunder.
That power. Who are you?
Paimon has an idea. From what she said earlier, she must be Child's master. Skirk, right? It's just that he gave us the impression that she was less talkative.
I simply did not have anything to say to the weak.
Child की master अच्छा.
So you may speak to me as equals. I have to agree. It's a strange use of a planet's primordial waters just to raise an all-devouring narwhal. That kind of power is wasted on it. It's not cooperative. It eats too much. And I have more important things to do with my time than pet sitting. The only thing that creature has going for it is its looks. All in all, it fails as a pet.
Miss Skirk? I think you might have missed the point.
The point being...
Well, being that this pet almost destroyed an entire nation. So what sort of person is your master? Well, Child's master's master.
Oh, right. So you don't know him. Sorry, I assumed you did. His name is Sertologi.
कसम मत जाओ कितना powerful है. His name is Protagli.
I am unfamiliar with that name.
Huh. So Master is insufficiently famous. How should I describe him then? Have you heard of the name The Fowl?
The Fowl?
Still nothing? Well, how about the Visionary? Vetterfalnir then? Or Gold?
Ooh, that one we've heard! Rhine part of the Hexen Circle. She's Albedo's mom, right?
Albedo's.
Oh, so you do know that name.
Albedo कौन है?
To be honest, I also heard all of those names and titles from my master. I don't actually know them either, but I suppose you understand now, yes? My master is likely a similar sort to Rhine. They are both pursuing some form of perfection.
Wait! Didn't you also mention a visionary person? Paimon didn't...
Actually, never mind that. I believe it expedient to inform you that the all-devouring narwhal used up nearly all its strength fighting you. Such roiling hydro energies will prove difficult for the planet's deep seas to digest. As such, the fontaine back on the surface has most likely been thrown into chaos. In other words, the prophecy that you've been fretting over should now be in full swing.
What?
Not to worry. Focalor has already managed to deceive the heavenly principles.
Mondstadt में थे ना?
In the end,
हाँ ना?
people will all be dissolved into the waters, and only Farina will remain.
Wait, let me see.
Weeping on her throne. Only then will the sins of the people of Fontaine be washed away.
I am artist. I am artist. Hello, artist. Sorry, भाई मैं ध्यान ही नहीं दे पा रहा हूँ उधर चैट पे, सिनेमैटिक में इतना बिजी हूँ. कुछ नहीं हुआ इन लोग को. Oh!
All hands initiate emergency rescue. Hurry!
Hey, lend a hand.
लेट ने फॉरगिव कर दिया ना इनका सेंस. ओह, तो इसलिए पानी का लेवल नीचे आ गया. ये क्या कर रहा है?
Look, the water's receding. It's a miracle!
Water's receding.
We didn't dissolve. The prophecy was wrong. The prophecy was wrong.
Are you alright?
We're safe. The prophecy was wrong.
फाउंटेन का पूरा लास्ट एक्ट ही खतरनाक है. हाँ भाई.
The soaring old soil skyship with the various disputes that have arisen on account of Mr. Edwin have suddenly become a shield over the Institute, what people always call the... Wow! Paimon barely recognizes the people in the report.
What do you think? Pretty enthralling, huh? The value for these big Edwin's assistant, Jurier,
Paimon's cute.
and that's Oh, this time.
Oh, it's...
Hey,
I'm here to update my...
let me introduce you. This is Mr. Our residents are...
Hello, Miss Charlotte. I'm a big fan of yours. But if you don't...
I get where you're coming from.
That would be fine.
Oh, you're back too. How are things?
We finished laying down the
Huh?
Well, her reputation's greatly risen after that whole duel business.
There's too much to consider in the reconstruction of Poisson.
Oh, wait, just a moment. Do you mind me asking a few questions?
Forget it.
I see.
Well, if we're talking about doing things for my...
Of course I will. I'm not gonna let him off that easy. All right, then everyone who wants to be in the photo, gather up.
How did it go? Was it
Not bad. Your addition really helped the composition of the picture. All right, hang on a moment. Let me snap a few more
Bye. कितना photo?
All right, that should do it. I'll be back here later anyway, so let's call it a day.
You're very quick.
Speed is of the also not to...
Wow.
I'll hazard a guess that this is how you got that interview at...
Whoa,
That's a...
In truth, I told him that...
You're right.
Stay safe now. And...
Go to the fortress of Meropit.
Wow, guess we're here again, huh? There's a real nostalgia.
Looks like you've been missing it.
Duke! Did you come?
Of course. It's an honor to...
No need to.
Of course, of...
All right then, this way. It would seem that Miss Lorvine doesn't want.
Sir, please.
But
No, I.
Now, I might not look it, but I had the boat that... Still, if I might...
I have to apologize, but that ship is presently in the bowels of our factory. I'm afraid.
Really?
You already know my answer, I'm afraid. Best you interview our head nurse instead. Or.
Did you really have to use the... Well, then,
Is my hair messed up?
Things sure are getting pretty lively. Oh, seems like everyone's here. Would any of you like to...
Ah.
Hey, Miss Charlotte.
Sure. Do I...
खत्म करो जल्दी.
So, how have things been...
Same old same.
Other than that flying ship.
That's why I just.
You're too kind.
I see.
He sure did...
I'll tell them that they're.
Oh.
What change can there be as to what Miss Farina's departure will mean for the nation, and if our laws and governance will be transformed? We'll leave.
Hey, everyone. The photo shoot's done.
Good. In that case, let's call it.
Thanks for your cooperation. Come on, Traveler, let's go.
There'll be.
Maybe. All right. Last stop, the docks.
Purina.
Navia mentioned that she stayed in...
Traveler, Paimon. Ah, and Miss Charlotte.
Would you like a magic pocket? What sort of It's a one trick a friend. You could just make a friend like Fremine here. Isn't that right, Fremine? To be honest, that sounds pretty sweet. Could I have...
Lynette sure is working hard to help Fremine so...
He was the one who proposed doing this. He even wants to assist in our magic ship.
Yes, I was planning to first introduce...
That said, would anyone want to see a diver escape underwater?
Oh, it'll work out.
Lynette, could you...
Got it.
My, that Charlotte is rather perceptive. She got rid of. Father said. Oh, after Lady.
A diplomat?
Yes, it could have been done. Furthermore, I would agree. I suspect you'll.
But
They say that he's returned to Snezhin.
that's true. When you think about it, we've had love.
So shocked by such a simple switching of sides?
Father.
Well, what do you...
Are you going to take the nose?
That is... Don't be too preoccupied with switching my masks. Well, that depends on many things. As for you, I very much look forward to our next collaboration. Good things cannot be achieved alone, and you've proved yourselves to be great partners. A vision.
And that's a wrap for me. Huh?
Greetings, Miss Journalist. That is correct. So forgive me, but I will not be able to serve as a subject in your article. However, feel free to write as much as you'd like. The sea breeze is quite pleasant.
Farewell, Father.
Oh, she has such an intimidating presence. I didn't even dare to take a picture. Thankfully, I've already wrapped up all my pre-scheduled...
Don't be too nervous.
Okay.
Why don't you take a magic pocket before you go? Here, traveler, Paimon.
To move things about?
That's right. I guess this... All right, then.
Well, guess we sent Charlotte off. Shall we go see how Neverlette's doing?
Midlander God. पीछे है कि अंदर है ये?
The entrance to the fortress! Ooh, he really is there! So, you really are here, Neverlet! I didn't think you were going to have...
Really? Oh, I suppose. In any case, you can.
Alright, let's have... Whoa. So that's what happened? Focalor destroyed the Divine Throne, but Paimon still doesn't quite get what you...
For me, the authority of the ancient dragons refers to absolute control over the hydro element. Fontanians were incomplete humans born of Egeria's use of the power of the primordial sea, with constitutions similar to that of mimics. But so long as those primordial energies remain within them, I could use the ancient dragon's authority to grant them true blood, after the fashion in which life was first brought into being on this planet. In other words, when I gave my verdict, Fontanians became true humans, and thus would naturally no longer be dissolved by water from the primordials.
Focalor must have counted on you to make that decision as well. Your verdict was the key to making the prophecy appear to have come true while saving everyone.
You could say that. That.
Yeah, and then
It seems from your expressions that you still have more things you wish to ask. Ask away. I will tell you the truth as I know it.
hang on a sec. When we spoke to Linny we guessed that there might be some...
No. So regarding this specific issue, I was... In truth, I exchanged some further words with that lady named Skirk after sending you two back to the surface. It went something like this.
Well, we're going...
What next?
The all-devouring narwhal isn't here, so I'm no longer getting any interference. I can finally catch the scent of your power. What it's made of. It is the authority of the planet's primordial dragons, but with something very similar to a god's curse mixed in. It's quite a novel blend. I'm sure I've encountered something like this before. What was it?
I do not know what you speak of.
Ah, of course. You should have the remains of the third descender on your person, yes?
Remains? I've never heard of any such thing.
Huh. According to your parlance, I believe it may be called a gnosis.
Well, that much is true. After Focalor's divinity faded, she handed her gnosis to me, but I fear I have never heard of it described in the manner that you just did.
I've been training with my master, the Fowl, ever since I was young, and I have never returned to the surface since. So most of the information I possess, I got from him. It is only natural for those who are greater than humanity to possess a different sort of common sense, which is why there are so many problems in our attempts to communicate with humans. Regardless, you should probably get rid of objects of misfortune to prevent any disasters from befalling you. To live in itself is a blessing. But once a person dies, the bonds he once had with this world shall all turn to curses.
What do you mean by that?
No need to fret. These are just my personal thoughts, and my reason for no longer wishing to return to the surface.
This third descender you refer to, who are they? And when did they die?
Master never mentioned them to me. Perhaps it just wasn't that important for me to know. If you're interested, though, I could ask him. I'll be sure to pass the answer on to you next time.
Next time? You believe we will meet again?
I do. Wait. I have a disciple of my own, don't I? He can be the messenger then.
That's what she told me.
The remains of the... So that's what the Gnosis actually are. Paimon just thought they looked like chess pieces. How could they be a person's remains?
All the same, assuming that there was no misunderstanding or special metaphor.
And she said that it would bring misfortune and that you should check it, which is why you gave it to the Fatui.
If she speaks the truth, then I would simply be putting Fontaine at unnecessary risk by keeping it here.
One, that the Gnosis are related to Descenders. And two, the one came before me, as I already died.
I guess that you might already. That means that the Gnosis, which are exceedingly element compatible and can even enhance elemental abilities, do indeed come from the third descender. I wonder. Does your body also possess similar
Like being able to... No, let's not think about this stuff right now. It just feels... Comparing the Traveler to the dead third descender and all. That's what you say, but this topic still feels like bad luck. Once Child recovers, let's get some more answers out of him. Or go look...
I too believe it unwise to make too many blind guesses when information is lacking.
Alright. Whatever the case, it seems...
Yes. All of Focalor's efforts were for this moment as well.
But she sacrificed herself in the end as a god, and she suffered through all those years as a human. Was that really what she wanted?
I suppose that would be the mystery of a god's will. I suspect not. But once in a while, I too would guess that if wishes were like the clouds in the sky, they will one day return to the earth as raindrops. Life flows like water, and rain is the final answer. And what, ultimately, is the difference between the rains that fall upon all of us?
DP level 1? Are you KG? Bedtime story. अच्छा. Defeat. Go to Sumeru's adventures. नहीं तो. Act 4, Chapter 4, Act 5. Cold Case Commission. यही तो है Archon quest. You arrive at the Adventurers Guild in Sumeru. Adhrit seems to have a very tricky commission for you. Locket. Mission reward. But I pull. Or नहीं अभी नहीं छोड़. So yeah, this is it for today, guys. Thanks for joining in. The fontaine was amazing. It was really amazing. Hello, I'll see you guys in the next live stream. Bye bye.